those that control the real estate control the world.
See, the beauty about real estate is you learn to use debt to get rich. You're not supposed to use your money. You're supposed to use other people's money.
We all want financial freedom. It's the best feeling to have money working for you. Just imagine taking out a mortgage on a house and not having to pay your mortgage. It's like getting a house for free. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to show you the guide of getting a house for free. Step 0, down payment. Most lenders want to see about 15 to 20% down payment, but there is a trick to put a down payment on a house without using your money. The trick is to use your credit card. But in order to use your credit card, you have to increase your credit card limit. Step 1. Build your credit. The ideal credit score you should strive for is credit score above 740. This is because lenders want to decide whether you will be a good fit to loan you money. If you have a good credit score, you will have a better rate on the mortgage. If you have a better rate on your mortgage, the monthly payment will be lesser than usual. It's all about budgeting and managing debt. That is what lenders want to see. They want to see how well you handle debt, because real estate is all about managing debt. Step 2. Tax returns. Before lenders issue a loan, they will look at the 2 most recent years of your tax returns and take the average between those 2 years. This is to prove that you have qualifying income. This is how they decide how much they want to loan you. In addition, they will want to see anywhere between 2 months or 6 months of bank statements, proof of employment, proof of income, proof of any other liability or assets you may have. So, make sure you have all of this in order before you even think of getting a property. Step 3. Find the right lender before looking for properties. The main reason you want to talk to a lender is because you want to make sure you can afford the right property. The lender will give you an estimate price range that is available for you based on the information on your tax returns, credit history, proof of income, bank statements, and more. Step 4. Looking for properties in your price range. The more properties you see, the better, because you have more options to choose from, and it helps you to compare properties based on their prices. Even though this step is a little bit time-consuming, it is important to be patient, because this can help you to analyze and tell if a property is worth having. Most real estate investors normally go for single-family residence or duplexes or triplexes because you can add some upgrades on those properties. Step 5. Determine the cash flow before you buy. Most properties don't cash flow, and this is something most real estate guru won't tell you. And if you buy a property that doesn't cash flow, then you will definitely lose money. It is very important to understand the expenses that you may have to pay monthly on the property. The first thing you need to consider is how much money you will be putting down, how much your mortgage is going to be, and also what your interest rates is going to be. You can use a mortgage calculator to get a rough estimate of your monthly expenses on the property. Next is to calculate how much tax you will be paying on the property, then your insurance and random expenses for maintaining the property. You are also going to have times when your property may become vacant, and you need to have enough money covered for that. When you add up all of these expenses, you will have a better understanding of how much you should rent out your property in order for it to cash flow. The rent amount should be higher than your expense. Never buy a property that doesn't cash flow. Most property can cash flow if you buy it for a good price. Step 6. Get properties at the right location. Location is very important because it can either add value to your property or not. So make sure the location is a safe and peaceful environment where tenants will feel comfortable living there. Step 7. Make offers. This where you should learn how to negotiate or work with a high-quality realtor. They will know whether or not the property offer is a good deal. Keep in mind that not every realtor is considered good. Some of them just doing for the money, and if you work with these types, your life will be a living hell. The best way to figure out if a real estate agent is competent is to interview them or ask others who own property for recommendations. One red flag you should look out for when finding a good real estate agent is to see how quickly they respond to you. If they take too long, that can be a sign that they aren't that competent in their field. Step 8. Inspecting the property. It's time to conduct thorough inspections on the property, covering aspects like the roof, electrical systems, plumbing, potential mold, foundation, sewer line, and more. The goal is to identify any issues and estimate the costs of fixing them. From these inspections, you'll negotiate with the seller for a credit or price reduction to address these concerns. Always ask, even if they claim it's an as-is deal. This is very important because not inspecting the property can cause tenants dissatisfaction, and this might cause you to lose money in the process. Step 9. Closing costs. During the escrow process, understanding various costs is crucial. This includes escrow costs, closing costs, lender fees, and miscellaneous expenses, typically around 1% of the property's purchase price. Step 10. Renovation. Be actively present on-site daily, overseeing the project, regardless of its scale. Renovations rarely go entirely as planned, and your constant supervision ensures the project stays on track. Assuming all renovations are complete in Step 11, it's time to rent out the property. Capture the property's appeal with professional photos, respond promptly to potential tenants, and use various platforms like Craigslist, Zillow, and Trulia for advertising. Step 11. Keep the rental property for about a year to 18 months, gain experience, and save for another down payment. Repeat the process, gradually building your real estate portfolio over the next decade. While it won't result in an overnight multi-million-dollar empire, this strategy is realistic and achievable over the next decade to 15 years. The goal is to accumulate a portfolio of cash-flowing properties, creating a solid foundation for your financial future. Comment down below, "I will be rich," if you've made it this far in the video. This is a sign that you aren't easily distracted and have learned everything in this video.
I feel terrible for people because people come up to me and they go, "Oh, I took your advice. I bought real estate." I'm going, holy moly. You know, real estate's not like a stock. You don't just buy real estate like you buy Apple. And the difference is if you buy Apple stock, and let's say it's $10 and it goes down to $6, you can get out of it really quickly. But with real estate, it's not that liquid. And that's why you've got to be smarter. And why I cringe when people say, "Oh, I just jumped into real estate." I'm going, oh my God.
Most people will tell you, "I can't invest because I don't have money." That's a loser. This was 1974. The dollar had just got off the gold standard. Everything was coming up fast. So I had to figure out how to buy it for zero. We looked at 100 properties, wrote a one-page report. At the end of 90 days on 100 properties, this was the best property. And he said I had to have $2,000 down. This is called equity. The bank was going to lend me $6,000 in debt. I had the $2,000 in cash, but the name of the game or the exercise was, can I buy it for zero? So what I did was, if I paid for this property with a credit card. So now it was $100% debt. With that 100% debt, I made $25,000 a month. I was a free human being. I never needed money again. If you can make money with no money, that is called Hegel for the between.